Alright, everybody, I'm going to do a quick video today. I know I always say that and it ends up being like an hour, but I'm just going to do a quick one for real. Just watching what's going on here. This is 2 days after Easter. We've had a bunch of stuff going on the last week, couple weeks up to Easter, and then this last few days after Easter. Basically, our country's going to hell in a handbasket. Rapidly. So we had a thing before Easter, like a couple of weeks ago, in Tennessee, where a person went into a Christian school and lit it up. Well, not lit up. They killed 6 people, 3 kids and 3 adults, which they had 2, I don't know what kind of rifles they were, some kind of odd ones, and then like a Glock pistol or something, which is, I don't know, this is, not that I would wish this on, but if you have 2 rifles and the pistol and ammunition, why are you only firing 6 rounds, basically? Doesn't kind of make sense to me. But it's one of those things that are questionable. There was a lot of stuff in that. There was the address of the place was 33 something or other Lane, and of course there was the 3 9-year-olds and 3 people that were over 60, and do the math there. There was also some strange things with the person's footwear. And one seen on the film of the when they enter the place, they have a certain pair of shoes on, and then later when the police take them out, they have a different pair of shoes. It's odd as well. This person also had a manifesto that has not been released as of yet, and we're 3 weeks ago now, that this person also had an issue with their identity. Do you know what I mean? They weren't sure which bathroom they wanted to use, for sure. And of course, they went to a Christian school, because that's what you do if you have a problem with what bathroom to use. And in the aftermath of all that, this is how our country is. The state that we are in is that the vice president didn't go there to comfort the families that had children killed or anything like that. But she went to when, like, a few days ago, they had some people in the Tennessee legislature did a protest type thing. A couple of the state senators did like a protest inside the state building. Had a bunch of people with bullhorns and all this other stuff, and they got ejected from the state senate floor. And old Heels Up just ran right down there because they were black, and so she ran right down there to cry racism. But she was nowhere around to comfort the families after the incident at the school. That's par for the course for this administration. They're the press secretary came out right after the shooting and made sure that she let everybody know that they stood with the shooter. Yeah, the people that have problems, issues with knowing what bathroom to use, they stand with those people. No mention of the 3 9-year-old children that were shot, or the 3 adults, but they stand with the confused people. So that's where we're at with this administration. And this administration is, I don't know what to say about it, really. It's traitorous, treasonous, completely bought off, paid for by the CCP. Any foreign power, I guess, would pretty much be able to buy these people off. They have done everything in their power possible since they got in power to destroy this country. There's no confusing it with anything. I mean, the Biden thing, that's the president whatever you want to call it. Really, he's not really the president. He's more like a steward, as some people call him, the steward. First thing he did was sign like over 40 executive orders. First day one, basically crippling us because we signed we had a pipeline, Keystone pipeline, that was going to bring oil from Canada down to the states down here to refineries and such like that. Uh, Nixed that, you know, not to mention, so the thousands and thousands of jobs that were done, the construction of that was lost instantly, and then plus now the fact that we don't get the oil for two. Then he stopped all exploration of drilling sites, all leases for wells, all anything on public lands was stopped. I mean, basically anything that had to do with he said straight out, he's going to destroy the oil industry in this country. That's his platform, one of the platforms he ran on, and these green psychos out there have, you know, that's what they're just off of that, and he's going to get that, you know, that global warming vote, a climate change vote, or whatever nonsense it is, which is nonsense. It's not, it's not a fact. Climate change happens, as in climate changes daily or whatever, but the humans are not causing climate change. It's just devastating to our planet. That's garbage. That's crap. That's just a money grab. It's a power grab, and that's what it's all about. So he's pandering to that segment of these green crazies that were, but that's more than that. He's not just pandering. I mean, he's to do all that he did, all these other executive orders, undid everything that the previous president did. It was good, and just, you know, just trashed it out. And we've experienced went from like $2 a gallon of gas up to $5+, depending on where you're at in the country. He has pretty much gotten rid of all of our strategic oil reserves, you know, for emergency stuff. He sold that to China. Yeah. They've given $79 billion to the Ukraine, which is a country that I could give a shit about, which is like most people could give a shit about, because it's always been a corrupt money laundering, run by degenerates, perverts. You know, Obama and his ilk, they overran the original people that were in there, and except for this puppet guy named Zelensky, who's he seems to have a problem with what bathrooms he wants to use too. It seems. There's all the commercials of him like being confused. Interestingly, this is a good one too. And if this doesn't just sum up the whole thing, is that this Zelensky guy, he was an actor, and he played the president of Ukraine in a show that they made, and now he's president of Ukraine. You can't write this stuff, folks. You just can't write this stuff. I mean, it's a clown show. It really is. It's a clown show. And they've, you know, and a lot of people in the Senate have gone over there to shake hands with him and to, you know, pledge their support, and they're all behind him, you know, because Russia went in there and everything. And you know, it's all nonsense. It's set up. It's contrived. It's nonsense. Just a way to launder money through there. And you know, $79 billion. We have homeless people, homeless vets on the streets of this country. We have kids starving. We have what don't we have? We have so many problems in this country, but we can send $79 billion to this other country, and we don't even have that money. We're broke. For 100 plus years, the petrodollar has been the standard of the world for buying oil. Well, that's going away real fast. Already these other countries, several other countries, have formed other alliances, and they're taking the Chinese yuan and the Indian rupee, and I mean all this. We're out the loop, and we're in dire straits. So Joe Biden has managed in 2 years to completely decimate our country. Unemployment's super high. Gas prices super high. The inflationary food prices are super high. We've had a rash of over the last summer and winter. We had over 100+ food processing plants just mysteriously, like something happened to them, like fires and explosions and planes crashing into them, and all that kind of good stuff that just like makes no sense at all. But so they've done that, and then our dollar is pretty much on the outs, and they're going to put this digital currency into use. So you will no longer have any kind of freedom to spend money where you like. It'll be controlled. They can put it on a card, and they can turn your card off and on. If you don't toe the line. And we've seen what's going on. I mean, if you they indicted the former president Trump, the first time in 200-year history that this is that somebody's done this. I mean, it's completely off the rails. We're a third world banana republic at this point. We're one party that's in power goes after the political opponent and silences them. It's like it's like the Ukraine thing. They're sitting there. We're defending democracy against Russia. That's what they say. But this guy Zelensky, once he got into power, first thing he did was outlaw the other party, and then stifle the newspapers and all that stuff. There's only like state news. That sounds a little democratic to me, huh? But they don't tell the American people that. The ones little people, all these little good liberals out there, they put a little Ukrainian flag pin on their lapel or next to their bio and on their social media, and they're just because it's poor Ukraine is just being overrun by Russia and bad Russia, so they got to stand with Ukraine. They're ridiculous. They're idiots. And then they sit in there, and every time that there's some of these shooting things happens, they're up there screaming louder than hell. Got to get the guns, it's the assault weapons, and got to get the guns. If the guns were in the hands of the people, then we wouldn't have this going on, and and it's all a gun grab. It's it. And these people are hell bent on taking guns away. And then when that happens, forget it, man. Forget it. We're almost so close to being a dictatorship tyranny in this country right now, and you just don't even know how close this is. And there's a lot of people out there with their head in the sand. There's a lot of people out there that just want socialism and communism. They don't want to work. They want to just be given a dole out of the check, and they don't care about anything. They don't care about anything at all about freedom of speech, freedom of anything. They don't care. They're just mind dead, brain dead. I don't know what to even say about it. They're brain dead. They've just sucked on that tip so long of the government, and that's all they want to do. And no thoughts for themselves. If the government says go put on a diaper on your face and go get that in your arm, they do everything. They're just, I'm certain they would. If you told them, oh hey, you could prevent yourself from getting this if you walk around outside naked, jump around 2 times, and stick a stick up your butt. If that'll keep you safe, then stay safe. They do it because they have no ability to think. They just, the TV has brain damaged them. They're brain damaged, and all they watch is Lester Holt and Laura Donaldson or whatever the hell her name is, and then CNN all day long. And all they ever tell them is just lies and lies and lies and lies and lies and lies. I watched this thing of Gary Newsom, what's his name, California's governor, and apparently he's going to try to run against Biden, which is his own party. But I mean, everybody knows that Biden's just, he's not going to make it. He doesn't even know what room he's in or what day it is or nothing. He's completely out of it. But it's been since day one. And the guy he ran his campaign from the basement. I mean, it's easy to get it's easy to win a campaign when you have every media source simping for you the whole time. And just and knocking the other guy down, called Trump a liar from in every way, shape, and form they could, 10 times on every newscast, if not more. I've never seen since I started voting in the 80s, I've never seen such complete total disrespect for the office of the presidency, and then I did in this last run up to the 2020 election. It was disgusting. It really was, the way that they went after Trump and called him a liar, and he lied about this and everything they said they twist words into it. That she said this untruly, and then they had people going. They had one of the cucks on there saying, "Oh yeah, they had gumballs," and every time he told a lie, they had this big gumball thing. But of course, everything he said was a lie. He couldn't do anything. He couldn't do anything. I mean, it's still going on. The man's not even president now, and it's been, you know, a year before he was president, and the whole time he was president. And now 2 years after he's president, that they have just nonstop hammered this man. I mean, if you don't see it that at some point that they don't want him in there, and it's not because he's a criminal or he lies. It's because he doesn't. It's because he doesn't. Everybody else, they're liars. They're all paid off, bought, and paid for. Every one of them fuckers up there. And Biden or Trump has his own money. He came into it with his own money. He didn't have to. He gave his money that they were paid $400,000 a year, like we pay every president. He gave that to charity. He didn't need it, and he said that from day one. I won't take the check because he'd already had money, and that's what scared the hell out of these people because they're all bought and paid for, and he couldn't be bought, and that's the problem because they're right, and he couldn't be extorted. You know, he didn't go to the little island out there where they do things that we can't mention. But the other ones did. And God knows what Biden's been into. They just look the other way, and this guy's sniffing everything that walks. As long as it's under 10. So, you know how that goes. But Trump, they don't like that because he can't be controlled, and he was tearing their little playground down, and that's why they had to get him gone. So they. I have a long video I'm going to do about the, I'm going to tell a little story, a little hypothetical story about what if this happened in a little story in time, and if, how far back this little story goes, and, and who's really in charge of things, and who's really, behind the scenes. These people that we always see day in and day out, they're just, implementers. The minions kind of thing. They're not really the planners and they're just the face. And if you're on TV and you're the face of stuff, you're really not in the planning bit of it. And what's happening right now, this didn't just come as Biden's an incompetent person and he just doesn't know how to run a government and all that stuff. This is not that. But I mean, a lot of people are going to believe that that's the thing, and because we're always following the bouncing ball, we got watching the carrot over there, and whatever's going on over there, nobody's paying attention to. And when you got, I'd say, 90% of the population believing in the left-right paradigm, that they're not seeing the big picture. And yeah, they see that Trump's being persecuted and all this, but they don't, and they see that Biden's incompetent and everything like that, but it's way more than that. It's not just Biden's incompetent. This was purposely done. This is purposely done, and it grows so deep. It's not even. It's going to be an hour-long video when I do it. Probably do that tomorrow, and lay out this whole hypothetical story, just about what if this is that and what if what was what, kind of thing. And I'm going to get into some of the stuff that most people probably think is just natural stuff that just these things happen, and I'm here to tell you these things don't just happen. This isn't an accident. There's forces that want to see our country fail, and they've taught a whole generation, in case you missed it, to hate America. The American flag has become the symbol of white supremacy and colonization and all these other negative things. It's all, and everybody's a white supremacist, and everybody's racist and misogynist, and on it goes. And they divide and conquer. And we've been split apart. We've already been conquered, and like I said, I'll go into that tomorrow. What the real truth of it is, and where we really stand in this. And I hope that some people out there will hear my video and see what and understand. I mean, there's the left people that they're gone. There's no reaching those people. They're beyond help. They've got the Donald Trump syndrome so much, and he lives free in their heads. I mean, they hate him so badly because of they've been told to hate him so badly, and they just like lemmings. They're just brainwashed, and that's what they do. And they're still repeating the lies that have been come out to be told to be lies. But they're still repeating them. It's actually amazing. It's mind-boggling. And, it's mind-boggling. These people, their own news channels have come out and said, yeah, that was proven to be not true, but they just keep repeating it back. even though it's been said not to. It doesn't. They are just literally sheep of the most highest kind. It's brainwashed beyond all. You know, there's no change in their minds. And now with what's going on with the confused bathroom people, it's a sad state of affairs in this country. It really is. And I'm afraid that I'm afraid the country that I knew as a child and grew up with for a large part of my life it's gone. It's gone forever. It's saddening and maddening, but you know, has not nothing. There's no gumption in this country to do anything. So even the people, you know, like me, I'm a one person. I can't go out and you know, we've seen what they did with the January 6th people. Grandmas taking selfies. You know, they want to lock them in prison with no not even trial. It's you know, that's banana republic third world stuff right there. Political prisoners. That's what they are. And all they did was go there and take a picture in the Senate chambers. But you know, they're of course they're domestic terrorists. Mm-hmm. And they've got the whole left wing of people out there that are just calling the right wing every name under the sun. And what I was going to say, the mayor of San Francisco, or the governor of California, I guess he went through this litany of all the bad things Republicans are and what you know, how they shouldn't be elected. You know, because he's like going to fix and run for president. And you know, the Communist Manifesto. You tell them that your enemy is everything that you're doing. Switch it around, and that's literally what he did with a straight face. The guy just look straight face and look at you and just completely tell you the sky is green, the sun's not even there. Everything. I mean, things that are blatantly obvious to your face. You know, there's no crime. Crime's low, jobs are high. This and that. I mean, just complete lies. And anybody with even that's not in a coma for the last 10 years can see that everything he said is not true. But nobody calls it out on him. Nobody says a word about it. No, you know, all the liberals go, yeah, that's terrible. That's right. The Republicans are terrible. They're Nazis. You know, they're done. They're done. There's not enough of us that stand up to the woke mob. They've indoctrinated the children. They you know, the children hate America because they've been trained to do it. They hate our flag. They hate patriotism. They hate any Republican period, anything with a conservative value. They would tear it down. Tear it all down, man. Tear it all down. And that's what's happening. They're tearing down the institutions of higher learning. You know, colleges now are basically just communist factories and hate factories. And you can't even, freedom of speech is out the window. You can't go on a college campus and have a freedom of speech. I talked about that last time. And you get shouted down by these people. You know, no debate is possible. It's everything's emotional based, and you know, and the police just stand by and let them do this, and they don't stop them. But if you do something like raise a hand to them, oh boy, you better believe you're going to be in trouble. You know, it's upside down world, clown world. We're off the rails. We're on uncharted territory here, and just know that you're what used to be right is now wrong, and any bit of immorality and depravity and sickness and whatever you got, bring it on, because that's what they want now. They want you to just be. They're going to be legalizing maps. Okay, look into that. It's called a minor attracted person. They'll have a little thing. They already got flags for their little rainbow thing that already goes for that. Oh, and then the next thing is going to be you know, animals. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will be. It will be because anything that's debased and vile and foul and anti-Christian, that's what they're doing. And we are in the end of days. We are. We're in the end of days, and the demons walk amongst us. You can see them when they're on videos. Look around, you see them. This one guy I watched just a little while ago, and he was up there, and his eyes were just black. And you know, and he's saying these things about the bathroom problems, and that everybody, all the kids are born like that. I mean, that's the stuff that they're putting out there. All the kids are born with confusion on the bathroom, and that's what they're putting out there, and they're putting it out to kids, and they're putting books in schools and stuff that we're, you know, that are that does not about what we would call normal male female relations. Everything's twisted. There is no normal. They come up with the word cis to demean normal people. We are being called cis, and they are the ones that are right. And if we don't acknowledge their what they want to be called and all that stuff, and they just accept being called cis, then you know, then we're the ones that are wrong, and then we could get put in jail for it and all that kind of stuff. That's what more do you need to say that we are completely in clown world? And I don't know. I think it's done. I think we're done here. But I'm gonna do a video tomorrow. It's gonna be real long. Like I said, I'm gonna go into this very thing, and I'm gonna just ponder this how all this came about, and what some of the things that we're seeing in the world, and you know what they mean. Are they organic, or are they not? And I'm going to give a little story about how they had gotten to that place. But anyway, I don't usually say, but you know, if you could like hit the like button and subscribe and share this out to people, because I've got like not very many followers, and I need to like get more word out. So you know, like, share, and subscribe would be great. And I mean, I can get over maybe make 20 followers by the end of the week or something. That'd be wonderful. The more that it's shared out, and the like button and stuff says, the algorithm will send it out more. You know, of course, the more that happens, the more likely they'll watch my video, and I'll get taken down for saying stuff about, you know, bathroom problem people and stuff like that. I already had one video taken down because I said something about the CV thing and said it was not a real thing, and yeah, that got my video striked. So you know, the truth is in short supply these days, and what truth there is censored. You can lie all you want, but you know, if you want to tell the truth, can't have that. Nope. That's what clown world's about. All right. Well, thanks for listening, you guys. Have a good day.